Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Pirates Digital Media. We have reached day 2 and the final game of the NCMC Classic. I am Rick Cole. It's great to have you here with us today. North Central Missouri College women's basketball gets set to take on the Marshalltown Community College Tigers out of Marshalltown, Iowa. This game could be a good one. Marshalltown comes in 3-0. They're a Division II program out of Region 11, the Iowa Community College Athletic Association. They're off to a pretty good start, too. Their head coach is Dylan Longley in his third season. He was previously an assistant at Wisconsin River Falls. Marshalltown's women won yesterday over St. Louis, 71-36 in the Classic. They shot 40% overall, and they didn't shoot it well from three-point land either. Just 3 of 18 and 12 of 22 from the foul line. But they made up for it everywhere else. They were plus 20 in rebounding, and even though they didn't shoot the three well, they were plus 29 in shot attempts, and that's a huge number. Earlier in the week, they beat Milwaukee Area Tech, and last Saturday, they beat Highland of Illinois, so 3 up and 3 down so far for the Tigers. They have 2 players who will demand your attention. Jada Turner, averaging 23 points per game. She's been the offensive engine. And Kanijah Cherry, 13.3 rebounds per game and 13 block shots through just 3 games. Last year, North Central Missouri College beat the Tigers in Marshalltown 68-47. One of the storylines that night was Marshalltown shooting just 27% from the floor and just 6 of 31 from three-point territory. We'll see how it plays out today. Marshalltown goes to Rock Valley next Friday, so this is a great measuring stick weekend for them. Right now, let's hear from their head coach, Dylan Longley. Been there 3 years at Marshalltown and started to turn this program around, including 2-0 to start the year. What's kind of the secret behind your early success?
Fundamentals, honestly. I think, like I was kind of telling you before, I've been doing this now for 11 years, and I think when I was younger, I thought I had all of the problems solved. I thought I was going to save the world, and I thought I knew everything about basketball. And as you go on and you get older, you realize that the basics are what's the most important. And so, I would attribute our success, that last weekend, that first weekend, to really our fundamentals, taking care of the ball, jump stopping, passing, all that kind of stuff, hitting our free throws. But really, I think it came down to we got some kids that are gamers and they want to win. And so, I can drop the best play in the world, but at the end of the day, those kids, they went out and they performed. So I give all the credit to them. I think that's why we're 2-0. So
Jada Turner had a big opening weekend, a freshman, led to a Player of the Week award. What's she good at? What does she bring to the floor?
Everything, honestly. I don't think everybody's seen what Jada can really do yet. Unfortunately, the world we live in, we go and we look and we say, hey, she scored a bunch of points. She must be really good. But I think it's all the other things that Jada does. She had 33 on Saturday, but the things I look at are she had the most energy on our team. She was the most supportive to her teammates. She was picking everybody up. I mean, she was playing tough defense. And so I think Jada brings a little bit of everything, but we kind of joke with her. She's our Energizer bunny. So she brings, that the humor to the locker room, the humor with me sometimes. I don't think I can use the exact word, but she's a fun kid to be around, and she's an energy giver, not an energy taker. So those are the things that Jada really brings to us outside of that scoring stuff. So
don't give anything away here, but could you kind of generally describe what you're trying to do offensively and defensively?
Okay, yeah, we're trying to score more points than the other team.
That's a great answer. I love that answer. It's so true.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I won't give anything away too much, but I think the biggest thing is allowing our kids to play basketball. I've told them over and over, like, I don't get mad about open shots. You're going to miss open shots. Michael Jordan missed shots. LeBron missed shots. Caitlin Clark misses shots. Angel Reese misses shots. Like, that's part of the game. For us, if I can look back at the game and say, hey, we took 75 or 80% of our shots that were open, I'll live with the result. And then defensively, and I'm giving away our secret, but it's not a secret. Can we communicate? If you communicate and play with energy, you're going to be successful. And you can't game plan against that. So I'm not really giving anything away, but it's the truth. When teams have energy, they perform better, So I really look at those two things, and I can live with the outcome no matter who we play if we can do those things consistently.
St. Luke's knows time is precious. That's why we save more patients from heart attacks and deliver the fastest stroke care in the region, and bring more cancer experts to more communities, so you have more time to enjoy what's most important: life. St. Luke's.
We come back now with a look at North Central Missouri College. Pirates 2-1 after yesterday's 83-39 win over John Wood. NCMC shot 45% and held John Wood to 30%. And again, the Pirates worked the glass, created extra possessions. They were plus 24 in rebounding and plus 29 in field goal attempts. That's plus 29 in field goal attempts. Again, a very big number. Last night, 3 Pirates in double figures. Liz Oliver with 14 points, Honor Mannings with 13, and Addie Hankey, the freshman, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 steals in that game last night. After last night's win, here's head coach Joe McKinstry from our postgame show.
I was really pleased with our zone offense for the most part. Honestly, we kind of just put that in the last day and a half or so. Was kind of unsure. We thought a few times that we were probably going to see zone. This past Monday, we thought we'd see zone and didn't. So we haven't really spent a lot of time on it. So I was really pleased with that. Obviously, defensively, when we do things the way that we're capable of, and we don't get out of position, we don't get excited and try and make plays that necessarily we're trying to force. We want to force them into making hurried decisions and rush decisions, and then be in position to take advantage when they do make a poor choice, whether it's a pass or a shot selection. So we want to wait for their mistake, but outside of that, we obviously I think forced a lot of turnovers and put ourselves in able to be able to get some transition buckets tonight.
As for today, both teams know the 2 names we emphasized from Marshalltown, Turner and Cherry. Those 2 will be the center of North Central's defensive plan. Earlier this week, we asked Coach McKinstry what jumped out to him about Marshalltown. This is what he said.
And they've got talent. They've got some. He's done a good job. Dylan has. Of kind of building his program. He didn't start with very much. I'm very familiar with that program, and it was not in a great place when he got there, and he's done a good job of building his roster, and I think getting the players that he wants, and they've got talent, and they've got a young lady that's averaging a whole lot of points right now. It kind of comes by a lot of different ways, and
player of the week.
shooting a lot of volume and things like that. But they've got a little bit of size, and they've got some speed and athleticism. So we definitely are going to have nothing as far as what we know about John Wood, and then we're going to have plenty of information on Marshalltown. The problem is we're not going to have time to really get together as a team and implement it, to get on the floor and be able to walk through some stuff. So but it's a great challenge, and tell us a lot about ourselves, and hopefully we're 2-0 at the end of the weekend. But regardless, hopefully we understand the areas that we can continue to grow and build on and put the emphasis on as we head into the following week, where we have another Friday-Saturday matchup.
And that is going to do it for our pregame show this afternoon. Stay right here, though. The teams are coming out on the floor. We'll have the lineups and the opening tip just a few minutes from now. This is Pirates Digital Media. Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. Pentagon Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. St. Luke's Health System. St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. Pirates Digital Media now brings you NJCAA college basketball as this afternoon the North Central Missouri College women at 2-1 take on undefeated Marshalltown. The Tigers out of Marshalltown, Iowa are 3-0 here in the young season. And good afternoon to you, everybody. We should have a pretty nice game today between these two teams, both kind of trying to find their identities. I think the Pirates did a pretty good job last night in their win, and Marshalltown had an easy time with St. Louis. And by the way, the game that just ended, John Wood defeated St. Louis 41-33. It looked like a blowout, but then St. Louis climbed their way back in it late. But it was John Wood that got their first win of the year. This is the NCMC Classic. We'll go down to the floor here in just a moment, where Philip Wilson is again on the microphone, and he'll introduce us to both teams.
First, let's meet the starters for the Lady Tigers. At guard, a 5'4" freshman, number 2, Ariana Custer. At guard, a 5'3" freshman, number 5, Jada Turner. At guard, a 5'6" freshman, number 11, McQueen. At forward, a 6'2" sophomore, number 22, Kenna J. Cherry. And a guard forward combo, 5'9" freshman, number 30, Olivia Hartwell. The head coach of the Lady Tigers is Dylan Longley. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Lady Pirates from North Central Missouri College. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Lancaster, Missouri, number 1, Sydney Asherman. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Lakeland, Missouri, number 3, Keely Green. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from St. Joseph, Missouri, number 4, Otter Manning. At guard, number 5'10" from Chillicothe, Missouri, number 21 is Oliver. And a 4'6" sophomore from Mount Vernon, number 42, Taylor Morrison. And coach of the Pirates is Coach Henry, assistant coach Taylor Morrison.
Pirates are wearing an unfamiliar color at home. Their black uniforms, which are pretty darn sharp. They wore white yesterday, and so we've got to see both their new homes and new aways in this classic here this weekend. Our referees, Marion Petty III, Mark Neer, and Jim Cox. Our crew today on Pirates Digital Media, our director is Riley Everett. Our replay and graphic man is Aiden Snyder. It's Jorge Gomez, Courtney Fauslin, Guillermo Gomez, and Alvaro Alegria on our fan cam. And I think after that it's time to get down to basketball. The refs are getting them lined up. We're about ready to go, as it will be Kenna J. Cherry jumping it up against Taylor Morrison. And yes, Taylor is wearing a different uniform again tonight. She wore 32 yesterday and again today. And we'll tell you about what happened there when we get a chance. So here's Marshalltown, 3-0 going to work, and their player of the week in the conference, Jada Turner, with the first shot. And off the mark, the Pirates have the rebound and come the other way. Ashelman, Bean, Mannings, Oliver, and Morrison for the Pirates. And they open up against the 2-3 zone here. Skip pass, Mannings. And that's the way you beat a zone. Honor Manning's a three-pointer. Pirates draw first blood here in the second game of this second day of the Classic Tournament. Turner all the way. Jada has had a 22-point game and a 33-point game already this year. Against St. Louis, had 14. The freshman, Oliver, lost it, and it's picked away by Hartwell of Marshalltown. And all the way in, that one will not go for Miamora McQueen. McQueen joined by Custard, Turner, Cherry, and Hartwell. The outside, this is Ashelman, and there's Morrison crashing the boards, but she can't handle it. And coming the other way is Ariana Custard. good lead pass inside Cherry, and she was fouled. That was just a nice pass down into the lane on the run, and Cherry will go to the free throw line here early on. Kenna J. Cherry is 6 of 10 from the line so far this season through 3 games. The Tigers have defeated St. Louis. That was yesterday, as we said. They also have wins on Halloween to open the season against Milwaukee Area Tech and against Highland Community College of Illinois. Not Kansas, but of Illinois. And Cherry 0 for 2, and it's Oliver with the rebound in a 3-0 game. Mannings quickly to the baseline, whips it to the corner. Ashelman Bean looking, and that one's way off the mark, and so right back to the Tigers goes the basketball. Yesterday, the game against St. Louis, Marshalltown shot just 40%. We have not seen good shooting in this tournament, just speaking frankly. They were also just 3 of 18 from the three-point line. A drive by Custard and a blocking foul on North Central. So just about 2 minutes gone by. Pirates lead on the three-pointer by Honor Mannings. And now the inbounds for Marshalltown. And that's kicked by Mannings. So we'll do it again. No time elapses. Not that it's that important at this point in the game, but we keep an eye on that. That's like when they inbounds balls, like 2 minutes into the game and they let it roll for a while before they pick it up. That's a nice little baseline jumper, and that's the young lady we've been talking about, Jada Turner from Milwaukee. She hits that one, and it's a 1-point difference. Here's Ashelman. Good rebound on the weak side by Morrison, blocked on the way up, and it's Marshalltown coming the other way. Olivia Hartwell is a freshman from Anchorage. Gives it off to Turner. Boy, she's quick, isn't she? Morrison grabs the shot that's off the mark, and here's Keely Bean. Head. Ashelman, Bean, and now Oliver whipping it inside. Morrison out of the double team. Oliver wants to drive. Is coming out on her. Turner got a little too aggressive. And Morrison grabs an offensive board and now stripped of it. So Marshalltown doesn't go down easily, and they have a chance to take a lead here 3 minutes into this game. Turner against Ashelman. Ashelman left her opponent, Cherry. And the ball worked around to the outside. Nothing doing there. Morrison can't hang on to it. Whipped underneath, and the shot is up and good by Cherry on the pass by Ariana Custard. And it is indeed Marshalltown that takes a 1-point lead, and now a blocking foul is going to be on Turner. So Turner picks up the foul. It's the first of the game on Marshalltown. Team fouls even at 1 here in the first quarter. This year, the Pirates are scoring just under 79 points through 3 games, and Marshalltown 65. Pirates are allowing 53 points a game, and Marshalltown 43. So it seems as if North Central tends to run and get more shots. That's an air ball, so the clock was not supposed to reset, and it may have reset, and that's what they're going to stop, I think, and fix. The ball has to hit the iron and then be recovered by the offensive team before the shot clock gets reset, and not to the full 30, but to 20 seconds. So now they're going to set that shot clock at 10, as you can see, and we resume play. Bean, Mannings, and the cutter inside against the zone is Oliver, and Mannings got her the ball. Liz Oliver at 14.3 points a game is the second leading scorer for the Pirates behind Mannings. Custard, a little bit short, and here comes Oliver on the run. Mannings, pass to the middle and off the bench. It's Lexi Burns who misses the shot, but will go to the line. So Burns to the line. She hustles from underneath the defensive boards to get down the floor. And if she hits a free throw here, we'll be tied again. Lexi is 5 of 5 from the line this season. She's from Richland, Missouri. Cole and Jesse are her parents. Mannings gets a rebound. And the Pirates in business. Ashelman's 3. And along into the corner, chased by Custard, and she'll just block out everybody and ensure the possession for the Tigers. So far in the game, 2 of 8 from the field from Marshalltown, 2 of 9 for the Pirates, and the Pirates will get another possession right here. Joe McKinstry is the head coach of the Pirates, assisted by Ariel Houston, and Dylan Longley of Marshalltown goes solo. He does not have an assistant coach. 2-3 zone again. Oliver was wide open in the middle, and that's Cherry that came over to reject the shot. She now has 14 blocked shots in 3 games and half of a quarter. And she's not a giant. She's 6'2", but not gigantic. She just has some very good timing, as you saw. Eshelman. And the Pirates lead by 5. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Turner off the mark. And Mannings all alone for the rebound. Eshelman again. Oliver has been a pain in the middle of that zone, but can't corral that one. And here's Turner going 1-on-3. And she will go to the line. I think I heard the referee say 5, but it turns out to be Liz Oliver, number 21, that picks up her first foul. And it looks like we're going to go to a media timeout here, which is the case. So we will take a break as well and be back with more in a moment.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Wrens, with their drama-free plot, tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Pirates 2-1, Marshalltown 3-0, and they meet here in the second day of the NCMC Classic. The Pirate men are on the road playing in a Classic in Fort Dodge, Iowa. They lost last night, 84-78, so they are 0-2 to start the season, playing right about this same time in their Saturday game. But last night, Cam Bennett 26, Dangak had 24 and 16 rebounds. So those two guys led the way, but unfortunately a loss for the Pirates on the road. Now the Pirate women, leading it by 5. Turner at the free throw line, and the outstanding freshman is 7 of 17 at the free throw line after that miss. 23 points a game. And good inside position by Oliver, and that'll bring the Pirates the other way as Turner goes 0 for 2. Ashelman looks inside. Burns posting up. And just barely grazing the rim, and back the other way comes Marshalltown. Running the show, Ariana Custard, a 5'4" freshman from Las Vegas. Turner, lead pass. Hartwell with a mid-range jumper that goes. The Alaskan, Lydia Hartwell, had 4 points and 5 rebounds last night, and against Milwaukee Area Tech earlier in the year, 10 points. Manning's pass slightly deflected. Burns can't get it, and now it's going to be a foul on Burns as she wrestles for the loose ball, and that's going to be 2 fouls on her. Well, check that. That's just her first foul off the bench. 3:57 left in the first quarter. There's Joe McKinstry. And on the bottom of your screen, Dylan Longley. They have a lot of respect for each other. They've known each other for a while. Dylan takes over a program at Marshalltown that had been down for several years. And he got them a winning record last year. In the second year, 13-7. Custard off the glass, and she scores her first points. At a one-point game, there's a steal. Turner will slow things down and now hit the accelerator and get a block. Most likely it's going to be on Anaya Ivory. Ivory. And 2 free throws coming up in the bonus. So Ivory picks up the 5th foul of the quarter on the Pirates, and that puts Turner at the line. Let's see if she can do better than she did last time. She again has 2 free throws. And although she got off to a fairly solid start, not great, but hitting 44%, she's 0 for 3 at the line so far today. And there's her first made free throw, and she has 3 points. So we're tied at 9. Oliver facing some pressure now, gets ahead. 13 is Addie Henke. Long one for Ashelman, and a long way off the mark as the Pirates hand it right back to Marshalltown.
Second for the NC number 33, Peyton Johnson.
Taylor Morrison out of the game right now, so the post duties, Peyton Johnson and to some extent Liz Oliver as well as Burns. For the Pirates, Turner. Hartwell hit one there a moment ago, and the Pirates off to the races. Oliver looking, spotting Johnson. Peyton's shots, and a rebound to Hartwell. Under 3 to play in the first quarter. That's a 2-pointer if it goes, and as the ball came down, a bump. And that now may be the second foul. That's going to be on Anaya Ivory, number 2, who picks up her second. And Kenna J. Cherry, a 6'2 sophomore, will be at the line. She comes in at 6 of 10 at the free throw line through 3 games. Against St. Louis, she had quite a night, 8 points, which is okay, but 19 rebounds and 3 blocked shots last night against the Archers. One of 2, good lead pass ahead. Now Henke sets for the 3. Think she's going to be special. I just have that feeling. She is the next in succession of a long line of very talented North Central guards the last few years. Nice follow-up by Cherry, but too hard on the shot. Pirates by 2 here. Johnson, flat down the middle. Peyton Johnson, a 3-pointer. She shoots 32% from the arc and averages 8.3 points per contest here in this year. So the Pirates stretch it back out to 5. Now they go to work on Turner. It's Ivory on her. Barely grazes the rim, goes out of bounds. Right in front of our camera operator down there is Guillermo Gomez. Alvaro Alegria is our fan cam today. Jorge Gomez, Courtney Fosslin, our camera operators as well. I'm Rick Cole. And 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Henke, Bean, turning. Delaney Richards in the game, and she loses it. Back comes Marshalltown. Custard on the run. Peyton Johnson. Peyton's looking for that 3-point line again. You can just see it and feel it. The 3 won't go for Henke. And here comes Marshalltown. Turner going hard. And her shot against Bean is way out the mark. As she goes stumbling, the ball goes the other way. Bean. Peyton Johnson. Good inside position by Cherry. 15-10 North Central. Hartwell going in all the way. Rebound weak side, Hankey, and then a bump along the baseline, and Hartwell's going to get a foul there. And that'll be just the third on Marshalltown here in the quarter as Jasmine Williams checks in for the first time. Williams, a 5'5" freshman. Here comes that pressure again. It's a 2-2-1 zone pressure. Boy, just a near miss there. Peyton Johnson, Bean the trailer, and then he ran into her own person. So that's unfortunate. And Hankey turns the ball over with 45 seconds remaining. Pirates at this juncture shooting 28% and Marshalltown 21%. Like we said, the shooting, just to be honest, has not been good in this tournament for any of the four teams. Loose on the floor, and that's going to be tied up eventually, and the ball will go to North Central. Pirates have a game coming up on Monday. Now, the opponent has changed in that game. It's going to be not Grandview College that comes in. Well, excuse me, it will be Grandview. It was supposed to be, now I'm drawing a blank, but they've changed that, and we'll see Grandview's JV on the women's side on Monday night at 6:30, I believe. Bounce pass inside, knocked away from Burns. I need to check all of that out, but it will be a different opponent on Monday night for the Pirates as they're playing 3 games in 4 days, including this doubleheader they had yesterday and today, 2 games in 24 hours. Zariah Snell, another freshman guard from Vegas, is in, number 12, and the Pirates have 12 seconds to get a shot. Good ball movement. Hankey with 4 seconds. Lost control of it. It'll go out of bounds. Belong to North Central with just 2 seconds left in the quarter. They'll stay with the same lineup that's on the floor right now, and Richards will inbound it. Burns to Hankey, and she won't get it up in time. Even though it went, it will not count. And the Pirates take a 15-10 lead after one 10-minute period here at the Ketchum Center in North Central Missouri College's campus here, Trenton, Missouri. We'll be back with the second quarter coming up in just a moment.
Scholarships make a big difference in the ability to attend school. Whether you're a first-generation student, a normal matriculating traditional student, or an adult student who sat out or not been to college at all.
Should you have any questions, you can always contact the Financial Aid Office. We're located on the NCMC campus. You can reach us by phone at 660-357-6513, or you can email us at financialaid@mail.ncmissouri.edu.
Scholarships help immensely.
Back for the second quarter at the Ketchum Community Center. We talked about men's basketball, and of course you're watching women's basketball. Guess who else is playing today? It's the flag football team playing another exhibition. They are at Pratt Community College in Kansas today as they continue to build toward the first regular season of women's flag football in North Central history. They are playing at Pratt today. Their season opener will come against Kansas Wesleyan on February 24th. So we are a long way away from that, a long cold winter away from that, but it's become a reality here at North Central. It's going to be exciting. Well, here is Jada Turner going to the baseline and knocked out of bounds by the Pirates. 9:45 to play, just underway in the second quarter. Taking a second to get everything set up, and finally they do. That's Turner working against Bean. Oh, wow, she got that one to go. Turner with 5 points, and now the pressure. Johnson at the other end. The trailer is Richards, and she is fouled as she goes up for that shot. So the foul will put Richards at the line. It's called against Jasmine Williams, and Richards for a couple. She's 5 of 6 at the line so far this season. Has one more coming. At halftime this afternoon, we'll have the dance wave, and at the break, our guest will be Honor Mannings. 1 of 2 for freshman Delaney Richards. Turner works against Bean. Right back to Turner from Williams. And the pass is a little bit high for Zariah Snell. Coming loose again on the floor. Still can't get possession of it. Looked like Hankey was going to have it, but now 3 seconds for Marshalltown. They get the shot to go. How about that? I believe that was Custer that hit that shot. I'm looking up there, and that seems to be the case. In any case, it's 16-14 now, and Marshalltown, with the ball right back, they have a chance to tie or take the lead. Turner loose, and you can't let her be loose if you're North Central. 7 for Jada Turner. Pressure seems to be giving North Central a little bit of a problem. Here's Johnson from the outside. And crashing the boards is Richards, and it looks like a foul against the Tigers, and it is. It's going to be against Zariah Snell. So the first foul against Snell, not a shooting foul. It's the second foul of the quarter against Marshalltown. And Marshalltown will stay in that 2-3 zone. We saw a little bit of a zone last night from John Wood, but Marshalltown's doing it almost full time. There's another block, but it'll be erased because she also got a piece of the body, and that's Kenajai Cherry. Richards to the line now. That was a shooting foul. And so Delaney hit 1 of 2 a moment ago. Lone Jack High School, south of Lee's Summit. She was our guest yesterday on our At the Break feature, and that now can be seen not only on our YouTube page, but also spread around the social media platforms, as we have a tendency to do. Our YouTube channel is Pirates Digital Media Live, and on Facebook it's Pirates Digital Media. And if you're looking for Instagram, Pirates Digital Media. Keely Bean picked up that foul. 1 on her and 1 on the Pirates here in the second quarter. Knocked away by Mannings, and it'll be off Honor. You're going to love hearing Honor talking about her family and the names. The names are great. That'll be part of our halftime interview with Honor Mannings, a sophomore. Her brothers and sisters all have very creative names. Wow, that just about went in. Richards took the brunt of that, but will also get the foul. Morrison at 6'1" is going to check in for the Pirates along with Liz Oliver at 5'10". So the Pirates get a little bit bigger as out of the game goes Burns and also Richards. Ariana Custard from Las Vegas is the 3rd leading scorer so far this year for Marshalltown at 8.7 points a game. She has 5 so far tonight. 10 against St. Louis last night and against Milwaukee area in the opener. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Loose on the floor after the miss, and that's going to be another alternating possession. And once again, it's going to go to North Central. So the Pirates on the second day of their Classic wearing the black uniforms, which is kind of fun. It's that thing that's gotten to be so popular in pro sports. That ball stripped away. It was knocked away by Turner, and she gets the return pass back from Williams and turns it into 2. So Marshalltown takes a 2-point lead. Honor Manning's right back the other way on a good pass by Bean. Morrison had the ball, and she is fouled underneath.
Marshalltown foul, Sherry, her second, 14 foul. Checking up for Marshalltown, number 11.
So they gave the foul to. It looks like it'll be Cherry that picks up her second foul. That could be a very big call. Cherry picking up 2 fouls here. Not even midway through the second quarter. Boy, is Turner good. She steps in front of that pass, deflects it away, and now fires away. And the long rebound coming down to Peyton Johnson. 7 minutes to play at the half. Dance wave at halftime and Honor Manning's. Peyton Johnson for 3 more. 2 3-pointers for her 6 points, and the Pirates back on top. Turner and Bean. And Keeley knocked that one out of bounds. Looks like Keeley Bean's going to be the designated Turner stopper. She has been on her the entire first part of this game. Mia Moore McQueen throwing it inbounds. 12 is Zariah Snell. Snell against Oliver. Got it across. Jasmine Williams. Nowhere to go against Mannings and throws it right into the hands of Bean. Here's Keeley Bean trying to find an opening. Mannings in 2-point territory, driving, could not get that to go, and she had a wide open look. There's going to be a foul on the play. And it's going to be on Mia Moore McQueen. She is a freshman from Louisiana. And Manning's to the line on the 5th foul by MCC in the second quarter. And a shooting foul to boot. The 4th points for Honor Manning's. And the Pirates' leading scorer this year has now 5. Last year when the Pirates played Marshalltown, Manning's off the bench, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Oliver takes the ball away. Pirates leading by 3. Bean has not shot much here in her second year, and it's Turner again coming up. Oliver back the other way. Manning's. Good move by Oliver, going hard inside. No basket, no call. And back the other way come the Tigers. Nowhere to go. That's dangerous when you pick up the dribble like that, and Oliver was all over her, and a timeout is forced here. And we'll see if it's a long one or a short one. Looks like it's going to be a lengthy one, and so we will take a timeout as well. Pirates and Tigers going at it today. Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. Pettijohn Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. St. Luke's Health System, St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. 5.5 minutes away from halftime, where Honor Mannings will be our guest at the break. Again, Pirates will play on Monday night here at home against Grandview College's JV. It's a late switch of opponent, but they will, again, play on Monday night. Pirate men are playing today in the Classic in Iowa and trying to avoid an 0-3 start. In and out, the dribble by Williams, and the ball loose. Mannings and Cherry tie it up. And Mannings looked like kind of got the better of that one against the bigger Kenner J. Cherry. The pass will be inbounded by Mia Moore McQueen. She's a 5'6" freshman, averaging 5.3 points a game. Now the referees are in a discussion. And then we'll go to the scorers table to see if they can figure out what's here. I'm guessing this is some kind of a time resetting and determining if a 20-second shot clock should be set. They're not going to do that. 6 seconds to shoot. Turner against Bean. And Oliver with the rebound. Don't worry about that buzzer. It doesn't mean anything. And there's Mannings, who had it knocked away out of bounds by a hustling Jasmine Williams. Pirates on the year scoring 78.7 points a game. Remember, they had that 102-point performance against Graceland on Monday night. That certainly boosted those totals. And Oliver, a little mid-range jumper, her 4th point. 4:50 to play in the half. Our director today is Riley Everett. Aiden Snyder is on our replays and graphics. And the Pirates and the Tigers are providing the entertainment here at the Ketchum Community Center. Turnover on Marshalltown. That'll be their 5th. The Pirates have turned the ball over a dozen times. Mannings from the corner. And the follow. Here's Oliver with her 6th point and 2nd basket in a row for her. 7 the lead for North Central. 4:16 to play. That ball comes loose and tied up. Possession arrow favors Metropolitan. Marshalltown. Of course, in our region, we have Metropolitan Community College, which goes by MCC. So when you see that MCC on the jersey and you're a North Central person, you kind of automatically make that connection, but nope. The Pirates region consists of Metropolitan, Jefferson College, and St. Louis. Against the zone, the skip pass to Mannings, Bean, and now Oliver. Back to Mannings. And that's the way to beat the zone, is move that ball around and find the opening in the zone. And Mannings comes up with her 8th point on her 2nd three-pointer. Central has spread the lead to 10, the largest of the game so far. Nice drive inside, avoiding people as she came through. Jasmine Williams gets her 1st points of the game, averaging 2 points a game so far this season. Mannings made a pretty nice catch there, didn't she? Ashelman. And Oliver again. She's eating him up off the boards. Liz is 5'10", but very quick off her feet. I don't know if she ever played any volleyball anywhere, but she'd be a pretty good middle blocker. Right back taken by Marshalltown. Jasmine Williams hands off to Turner. Turner going all over the place. She is indeed an Energizer bunny, as Dylan Longley described her. Way off the mark, and Ashelman is there, and now a timeout's going to be taken by North Central Joe McKinstry, and he's upset about something, and we'll call a timeout. First, he's going to make his point with the referees. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. The Pirates are shooting 35%, and Marshalltown 29%. Turnovers, a dozen for North Central, 6 for Marshalltown. Marshalltown 0 for 4 from the three-point line. The Pirates 6 of 18. That's definitely what's given them this 10-point lead here with 2:42 remaining in the first half. In the first game today, it was John Wood 41, St. Louis 33. For St. Louis, 9 points for Vanessa Costa, 8 points and 11 rebounds for Belle Atkins. And for John Wood, 18 points and 15 rebounds from Kelsey Chigola. Another 13 points for Cameron Mitchell as John Wood wins their first game of the year in 2 tries. And again, they are really banged up. They have 5 people who are injured and not able to play. So they had a roster of basically 6 and 1 emergency reserve. Morrison on a second try. Can't get it to go. So here's the story on Taylor Morrison wearing 32 this weekend. These jerseys and the white ones last night are new. And when they ordered them late last year, there was some kind of a mess up. And number 40, who that Morrison normally wears, didn't make it in the original order. So by the time Joe McKinstry got around to reordering and trying to fill out his uniforms, it hasn't made it here yet. So in these new uniforms, Taylor is wearing number 32. An 11-point North Central lead. Turner looking high post for Cherry, who's back in with 2 fouls. Hartwell driving and coming up way short, may have been blocked. Here's Cherry inside and a block or an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Cherry, and that's going to be 3 on her. Take that back. It's 3, but not on Cherry. It's on the 5'9" freshman Olivia Hartwell. So Hartwell picks up her 3rd. There's the skip pass again and a good ball movement. And taking the shot and hitting it, Addie Henke for her second made 3-pointer. Pirates starting to pull away now. 14 the difference with 1:50 left in the half. Hartwell to Cherry. Turner being chased by Morrison, ran into a opponent, and now let's see what the call is going to be here. Out of bounds off North Central, out of bounds off Turner, or a foul. And they're going to give it to Marshalltown. 16 seconds to shoot as Richards checks in for the Pirates, and Oliver comes off the floor limping a little bit. And so it's a chance for us to again promote our fine trainer, Megan Becker. It's been 2 weeks now since she was, maybe a little longer, maybe 3 weeks since she was married. As Turner will find herself back at the line on a foul by Addie Henke. And they said it wouldn't last. See, they are very happy and doing well. Elijah Nelson, number 4, is in. Or she's not very big, 5'4". Speaking of people not very big, did you watch the World Series and Toronto's catcher, Alejandro Kirk? I just got such a thrill after watching him play because he looks like a mini me. That's what I look like. He is the same height that I am, 5'8" or so, and I bet they stretched it a little bit. But he's 20 pounds or 25 pounds heavier than me, which I really appreciate. Not very often does one fat guy get a chance to make fun of another fat guy. But so I enjoyed all 7 games being able to do that. He's quite a player, though. Turner misses. Richards has the rebound, and we have 1:08 left to play in the first half. Ashelman way off the mark. Cherry's at the other end of that, and 1 minute to play. Pirates by 12 points. 8 points for Liz Oliver, 6 for Henke, 6 also for Peyton Johnson. That's off the mark. Ashelman got the rebound. Pirates had plenty of time here. Henke left open, takes the shot, and it's stolen away by Morrison. Henke back to Morrison. 30 seconds left to play and 11 on the shot clock. Delaney Richards, no, and on the rebound it's tied up. Possession goes to Marshalltown. And 24.5 seconds remain. Dance Wave will be performing at halftime. We'll also have an interview with the sophomore Honor Mannings. Turner has no shot clock, so she'll wind this clock down, and you can see the time remaining. Cherry on the outside. Williams, 5 seconds. Williams into a double team, and that's over the backboard. And with 1.5 seconds left, the Pirates will get a fling at the far basket, but probably not much more than that. And it'll be Honor Mannings who takes a couple of dribbles and does get that shot up. And the lead remains 12 at halftime, 35-23. As the Pirates led 15-10 at the end of the first quarter, and now they lead 35-23. Well, the Dance Wave is having a camp this weekend. They've got the young cheerleaders with them for the dance routine, I guess cheerleaders / dancers, just like our Dance Wave is. And that's always a big attraction when the youngsters get out there, and I think they're about ready to go.
Please welcome your
and now let's go down to the floor for the Dance Wave.
Dance Wave. They will be performing to the song Catchy Song.
Stephanie Hickman is the leader of our Dance Wave, and the Junior Dance Wave here tonight as well. And a bunch of attractive young ladies, both older and younger. And yeah, I'm happy to say not one of them reminds me of Alejandro Kirk, which is a very good thing. We're back with our At the Break feature coming your way in a moment. Yeah, as you can see, the Pirates leading it by a dozen here at the halftime break. Some quick stats for you for Marshalltown. They're shooting 26%, 9 points from Jada Turner on 3 of 15 shooting, so not what she has been used to early this year. And for the Pirates, 2 players with 8 points each, Honor Mannings and Liz Oliver, in a half that saw North Central shoot 31%. Our guest here at halftime is going to be the sophomore Honor Mannings, who joins us at the break. At the break, it's Honor Mannings that joins us, sophomore at North Central Missouri College. Welcome. How's just in general? How's life?
Life is life, and we're still here. Yeah, we're going. It's pretty okay.
Yeah, you know, and the still here part is, let's start with that, because you made a last minute decision to come back.
Correct.
You have another year of eligibility, obviously, but
Yeah.
tell us about what your summer was like trying to decide to come.
I really didn't even think about it at all during the summer. I was really mindset on, like, I'm not an athlete anymore. I'm just going to be working. Like, it was hard to actually, like, change that whole mindset because this is all I've ever done. So I feel like when school came back around and, like, it was getting closer and closer, that's kind of what made me, maybe I should just text her. Like, because I woke up and boom, now I'm here. Like, I don't know.
So it just kind of came across your mind that maybe I
Yeah.
would really miss it. And how close to school starting was that?
The day of school
Day of
starting.
school.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Day of school, I came here.
What would you have done if you hadn't gone back to school?
I was working currently, but I've been trying to actually, like, imagine that, like, what would I be doing right now if I wasn't here?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually kind of hard for me to think about because I don't know if I was fully committed to that, I guess, because now I'm not doing it. But I do try to think about what I would be doing because I really don't know, other than just working, probably laying around all day. Like, I don't know.
So if you had not come back, didn't quite know what you were going to do, you did come back, is it easier to focus, or is it still kind of in the back of your mind that you had a choice?
I think it's easier because I enjoy this year of North Central better than my first year. Like, nothing against anyone. I just felt like coming in as a freshman, just like everything was different and I wasn't accepting change, if that makes sense.
Different from high school to
Yeah,
college?
but I am used to it now. Like, I feel like as being a sophomore to the freshman on my team, I feel like I'm in a good spot.
Yeah, for sure. I think we all go through those challenges of trying to decide who we are based on where we are and all that. I don't think that's probably much different than a lot of your peers.
Right.
But have you developed any plans for later on in life?
Not fully. I have an idea, a vision, but I'm not just sure which vision yet.
Right.
If that
That's a
makes
good way
sense.
to put it.
Yeah. Like, there's so many things that I want to do. I want to try to do as much as I can because you only get one life, so just live it, really.
Right.
And that's just what I'm really trying to do.
You have a bunch of siblings, right?
Correct.
Do you foresee yourself doing anything with, like, kids in the future?
No.
Not at all?
Nope.
Which-
I think I had my fair share with the kids.
Okay. Well, again, another really honest answer.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about your family, if you don't mind.
Right now, my sister, Honesty, she'll be graduating. She's a senior. And we both will be graduating this year, so it's kind of like
Cool.
2026.
Yeah.
And my brother, he's in 8th grade. Basketball season's about to start for them in middle school, so I'm excited to try to catch some of his games. And then Cherish, Chosen, and Clarity. Cherish is playing basketball right now. She had a game this weekend. She looks like she kind of be a hooper.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then Chosen and Clarity. I think my mom's trying to get them, like, figured out, like, which sports they actually like to do, so
Sure.
she doesn't, like, have to have them in, like, multiple at the same time. So they're just still kind of figuring stuff out.
Okay, so run down that list of names again, because I find it so interesting.
Okay.
What the family names are.
The oldest, me, Honor. My second sister, Honesty. My brother, Knowledge. Then my sister, Cherish. My sister, Chosen. And then my sister, Clarity.
Do you ever talk to your folks about that, about why they picked those names?
Yes and no. I think my mom would just wanted us to be different, very unique with it. Yeah,
they are. Does the term honor is it right for you? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I would say I'm very honorable. I could be very honorable. Just ask my peers.
Right. You mentioned that it looks like your younger sister is going to be a baller. You're not doing so bad so far this year. I think you've led us in scoring both the county games.
I've been enjoying this year, like I said, like preseason and then the first couple games. Like I feel like we could have done better in the first game, obviously, because we didn't win, but we still played good in my opinion, and we are working together as a team. So we'll be all right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What about the new coaching staff? I guess Ariel's not new as the assistant, but with Joe McKinstry coming in, certainly there's got to be a difference of philosophy in some areas.
Yeah, it is very different, but I would say different in a good way. Like, not bad. Like, he's not a bad coach. He's a very talented coach from just being around him. And he's a nice person once you really get to know him. He's just, he's something.
But what I've seen is he will drive you.
Oh,
he wants you to be great. And so I think that comes out in his personality.
Yeah, he very much strives for us. He pushes us to be, like, the best that we can because he doesn't, like, if we're laying off, he knows that we could be doing way better than what we're doing.
Okay. What would you like people in Trenton to know about you that maybe they don't know about you at this point?
Just that I feel like I'm always an open ear, even if, like, I don't know you or anything. I would always be like a person someone could just, hey, how's it going? Or I'll shout out to you. Are you okay? What's going on? Like, how's your day? Just I feel like I'll talk to anybody.
Right. Well, that's
person.
A very honorable trait. The intention was intentional, I guess.
Yeah.
But, hey, thank you so much. It's fun visiting with you as always.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah. And we'll be back with more here at the break in a moment.
Of Northern Missouri, there's a bank rooted in community, committed to your success. Welcome to Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Whether you're opening a checking or savings account, starting a business, or growing your farm, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri offers personal, business, and agricultural solutions tailored for you. Banking made simple. With online and mobile banking, you can check balances, make transfers, pay bills, anytime, anywhere. Need a loan? We support agriculture, personal, home, and business loans with experienced local lenders who understand your needs. For business owners, we offer merchant services, remote deposit capture, payroll direct deposit, all the tools to keep your operation running smoothly. As a locally owned, FDIC insured bank, we believe in more than banking. We believe in community. Your growth is our mission. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, member FDIC and Equal Housing.
Pirates leading it by a dozen at halftime here against Marshalltown of Iowa. 35-23, as you can see some of the team stats. We'll also go through some of the individual stats here for you again. The leading scorer for Marshalltown, 9 points for Jada Turner, but not shooting very well. 3 of 15, including 0 for 4 from the arc. In fact, Marshalltown 0 for 5 as a team, as you can see from the arc. 5 of 12 from the free throw line. That's certainly keeping them out of the lead or being close to it here in the first half. For North Central, 8 points for Honor Mannings, who is 2 of 5 from the floor, but her 2 were three-pointers. She took 3 3-pointers, hit 2 of them. Liz Oliver went 4 of 8 from the floor for her 8 points. She also has 8 rebounds, 1 point and 9 rebounds for Taylor Morrison, the sophomore post, who leads all rebounders in that category, although Peyton Johnson has 4 rebounds and 6 points as well. 6 points for Addie Hankey. And back to Marshalltown, 5 for Ariana Custard, and 5 also for Kenajay Cherry, as the Pirates and Marshalltown meet here after the two teams played at Marshalltown last year. Pirates 68 and the Tigers 47 in that game. Marshalltown last year shot 27%. The Pirates shot 35%. And that is a quick look at our stats here in the first half. So our second half is getting ready to go here. And by the way, thank you to the sophomore Honor Mannings. She's, you watch these kids play, and then you get a chance to hear what they're like in real life. And that's one of the best things we do. You get to see them all sweaty and hustling and out of breath when you're at a game, but then you sit them down and talk to them, and just fun to get to know them. And Honor is certainly one of those people. And I've said this before also, if you are coming to a North Central game, these kids are pretty approachable. If you want to talk to them, if you just want to get to know what they're like as people, you'll have your opportunity. This is not Kentucky or Duke or someplace like that. We don't have chains that separate the crowd from the court, although I recommend you wait until the game's not going on, but you can still come out and meet some of these kids, and they're fantastic. So here we go in the second half. Pirates in the black as we play in the second day of this tournament, and they own a 12-point lead. I am Rick Cole with our staff today, Riley Everett and Aiden Snyder, the director and replay and graphics artist combined. Pirates can't get anything to go, and swooping in there, Ashelman can't get it to go either. And it's controlled by Jasmine Williams, and then a travel in the backcourt by Jasmine. So both teams start a little shaky here on their first possessions of the second half. Talked about the Pirate men. They are playing Central of Nebraska today, and they're down at halftime. So they're looking for their first win after being the number one rated team for half the year last year and going undefeated until the very end of the year. 3 losses in all for the Pirates last year, and a little bit different start here if they would go 0-3. I think that's pretty obvious, isn't it? Pirates are 2-1. Marshalltown is 3-0. That's a wild shot, and Cherry is there to pick up the ball off the board. Jada Turner. High post Cherry. Finally getting the motion she wanted, and McQueen fires a rare shot for her and misses it wildly. So the lead stays at 12. Oliver backcourt. Stepping to meet, that's Liz Oliver. And Liz all the way in, and the lefty lap is good for Liz Oliver. So Oliver opens the scoring in the second half. She has 10, and that leads all scores. Pirates continue to do a pretty good job on Turner. The ball goes underneath the Hartwell, and she is hammered before she can get a sniff of the basket, but she was in the act of shooting, and so she will go to the line on the foul by Sydney Ashelman.
2 ladies, going in there.
A couple of free throws coming for Olivia Hartwell. She's a freshman from Anchorage, Alaska. 6 of 6 from the free throw line in this season. No, I do not believe in a broadcaster's curse, by the way. And Hartwell goes 0 for 2. Well, maybe there is. Manning's 1 on 4. They're a pretty athletic Marshalltown team. They do a good job getting back in those situations. Oliver gets it to come right back to her. Reset shot clock, and it's Manning's that finishes it up. 3 3-pointers for Honor and 11 total points for the St. Joe Lafayette graduate. Now Turner against Bean. That's been the matchup, and Turner throws it right into the hands of Mannings. Bean bounce pass. This is Morrison with 4 Tigers around her. And way off the mark by Honor Mannings. Morrison doesn't score a bunch of points, but she does those things like pass out of a double team or triple team or quadruple team in some cases. Just didn't get the shot to go down. The Pirates will have it back after that ball slapped out of bounds. Yesterday against John Wood, the Pirates won it 83-39. It seemed to be a closer game than that, though. For some reason, the first three quarters weren't close necessarily, but they weren't a blowout. And then in the fourth quarter, with just 6 players, John Wood kind of lost some steam. They picked up some steam today by defeating St. Louis. But in that game, the Pirates had 29 more field goal attempts. That was an ugly collision. 29 more field goal attempts and 24 more rebounds than John Wood did, and that's a pretty good recipe for winning.
Checking in for Lady Pirates number 33.
Foul is going to be on Liz Oliver, and so the second foul by North Central in the quarter, and a 5-second call. No, offensive foul, and that's called against Kenajay Cherry, and that would be 3 on her. So 3 on Cherry, 3 on Olivia Hartwell. They're the post players for the most part. Good pass, Morrison, who lays it in. Liz Oliver found Morrison, put it right on the money, and Taylor was able to turn and bank it in for her first bucket. Turner trying to do a lot of things here, leaving it for Williams, and the Pirates trying to make their way up the floor. An interception on the long pass. Picking it away is McQueen. Oliver slows her down. Hartwell looking for a partner, and what do we have here? A foul as she started her drive, and I think they're saying Liz Oliver was the one that had the contact, and that'll be the second foul on Oliver. 3 team fouls against North Central, and only 1 against Marshalltown of Iowa. And what do we have here? Kick, perhaps, I think it was, as Manning's trying to do anything she can to obstruct the pass. Pirate women will be playing Grandview College on Monday night, and I believe it's a 6 o'clock game. They changed opponents and they pushed it back a little bit, but check your local listings for that one. I know that Joe McKinstry announced that yesterday, and it kind of slid under the radar with everything else we were doing. But they will play Grandview, and I believe it's a 6 o'clock game. We'll have it live here at Pirates Digital Media. Off the mark from Amijah Nelson. A rare shot for her, and the Pirates have control again, leading it by 19. And that one hits something above the backboard with 6 minutes left here in the third. And let's see, it's Manning's, who's down on the far side of the floor, shaking up a little bit and getting up with that big smile of hers.
Checking in for Lady Pirates number 13, Addie Hickey.
I have to like all of those names of her brothers and sisters. I think that's great. I mean, I wouldn't want that name or a name like that, but I think it's a crazy good idea in this world these days. Drive by Turner, and that's a beautiful one for the sophomore. 12 points for her.
Number 5, Taylor Turner.
And Turner's going to get a foul here, trying to disrupt that play, and it's her second. And Marshalltown's second foul of the quarter. Stepping to meet it, Peyton Johnson. Now Oliver doing some work down the lane. Can't quite get it to go, and Morrison had a hand on it. But it's the Tigers' ball. They are from Region 11 in the Iowa Community College Athletic Association. Their athletic director is Whitney Sowers. Dylan Longley is in his third year as the head coach, former assistant coach at University of Wisconsin River Falls, and now that's going to be a turnover by Marshalltown. Dylan has been along the path and stopped at several locations. UW River Falls, a graduate assistant at Central Methodist University, an assistant at North Dakota State College of Science, and also Lake Region State College's Hankey adds another one. So Hankey has hit 3 3-pointers for her 9 points. And we're under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. There's a drive and a nice touch by Jada Turner. She's trying to pour it on here a little bit to get her team back in the game. Meanwhile, the Pirates feed it down low, and Lexi Burns bumped as she was going to shoot. There is Philip Wilson. He is the legendary voice of the Ketchum Community Center. He knows the camera's on him, I can guarantee you.
Marshalltown 22, Cherry, her 4th.
Cherry picked up that foul, and she has 4, and that's the media timeout that will show up here as we are in the third quarter. So the Pirates, the Tigers go to their benches, and we'll be back to play in a moment.
Hey, Jay from State Farm. Check it out.
The old Fumble-Rooski.
Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle-Rooski.
Bundle?
Come on, man. Bundle. Come on.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, man. What was that? You didn't supposed to.
Oh, Rooski.
I can't do it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In the third quarter, 4:37 to play, 45-27 North Central. They led 15-10 at the end of the first quarter and 35-23 at half. Well, the big news on Monday is the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new Student Center. The Nuttall Student Center will open its doors on Monday. It's a noon ribbon cutting, and what's going into the new campus store, or the campus student center, a campus bookstore. The dining services will be moving over there in the spring. The counseling offices and accessibility services will be in the student center, and the student activities board and the student senate will be there as well. In the new Student Activity Center, hopefully there'll be some students in it at some point soon. It's been a long process. The rainy season last year didn't help much. Lexi Burns has 2 now as she hits 1 of 2. And the lead is 20. They've done a great job on Jaden Turner, haven't they? And there's Hankey that dives on top, and a little bit of excitement down on the floor. And boy, I think Turner may have taken the brunt there. She was on the floor when she got smacked, I believe. They're going to call the foul on Addie Hankey for kind of jumping on the pile. And the coaches and trainers will make their way out as Dylan Longley, and our trainer Megan Becker is out there as well. Well, the Pirates will be back in action on Monday night with women's basketball here. And again, it's a 6 o'clock game, I believe, against Grandview College's JV. We're sure about that. And then we've got a bunch of time off. We've got 15 days off before our next home game. John Wood's men come in from Quincy, Illinois for a 7 o'clock men's game. That'll be a men's game only against John Wood on Tuesday, November 25th. 7 o'clock start against the Blazers of John Wood, whose women were here this weekend. Went 1-1 in the tournament, losing to North Central, but beating St. Louis. And Turner up and walking gingerly to the side, but that looks like she might be able to come back, and hopefully that is true for her and for Marshalltown. Yep, she's a scrapper, and the one thing that I love Dylan Longley said about her, she's scoring all these points, and she was Conference Player of the Week, et cetera, but didn't care about all of that. She was excited about the early, quick start by Marshalltown, and was working at things still in practice, and all those little things that a lot of times big-time scorers don't pay attention to, but she's working on defense, and like you saw a moment ago, scrapping for loose balls. Marshalltown has 20 to shoot after the foul. Mia Moore McQueen driving. And the shot from the corner won't go for Amijah Nilsson, but an offensive rebound. Talking about names like Honor Mannings. How about Mia Moore McQueen? Now, I don't speak French. I think that's French. Doesn't it mean more love, Mia Moore? That will not reset the shot clock, but the change in possession will, as the Pirates behind Anaya Ivory come the other way. Spotty for the three. Johnson off the mark, and Peyton Johnson can do nothing except watch as it bounces out of bounds with 3:44 left in the third quarter. Our camera operators today, Jorge Gomez, Courtney Foslin, Guillermo Gomez, and Alvaro Alegria. Our director is Riley Everett, and our replay and graphics guy is Aiden Snyder. Well, we've got a great group of sophomores on our Pirates digital media team, some promising freshmen, just like any team, trying to develop them. In fact, this is the biggest team we've ever had in 7 years, 24 different kids. And that's both a blessing and a curse, because it's tough to get them enough scheduled work. But we hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a Tiger fan or a Pirate fan here. Ariana Custard at the line. 6 points for her. She averages close to 9 a game. The leading scorer is Turner on the season, 23 points a game. And then Chanel Stewart is second. I'm not seeing Stewart today. And a three, good. Addie Hankey has all 12 of her points from behind the three-point line. That ball's kicked, but no call there, and it rolls over to Peyton Johnson. I just can't wait for the moment that Peyton Johnson throws a long pass down court to Honor Mannings, and we can do Peyton Mannings. Richards outside, and splash by Peyton Johnson. She has 3 3-pointers. In fact, the Pirates are now 11 of 28 from the three-point line. That's close to 40%. And that ain't bad, folks. That'll get the job done. Chasing it to the corner. Soraya Snell, and that shot up, and will it count? It looks like it will. So Jasmine Williams picks up her 4th point. She is fouled and will have 2 free throws on the foul by Peyton Johnson.
At the line, trying to make a 3-point play for the Lady Tigers, number 10, Jasmine Williams.
So Jasmine Williams out of Las Vegas, just a freshman. That's Lexi Burns who gets the rebound. Pirates by 23 here at home, looking to win their 3rd game against 1 loss. Hankey not this time. And nearly a travel as McQueen tried to stop on a dime and got away with it. So she has the ball in the forecourt. Excuse me, yeah, that is McQueen. Hankey on her, giving her a headache right now, and it's picked off by Johnson. A race, and Johnson wins it. So Johnson's first bucket that's not a three-pointer. She has 11 in the game. And the whistle, and here comes Jada Turner back in, although she looks like she is not completely healthy. Marshalltown's going to take a timeout. We will as well here from the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton, Missouri.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no 2 roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
Dylan Longley and Marshalltown's Tigers around him here as we're a minute 32 away from the end of the third quarter. Pirates Digital Media live telecasts are available online. It's live on YouTube, Pirates Digital Media Live, and on Facebook, Pirates Digital Media. And we'll have highlights, and we've started a new thing, and we're kind of waiting to see how it pans out, called Captured Loot, which is a kind of a condensed version of our games. Yesterday's women's game is a Captured Loot feature that's online right now on YouTube. Take it away. This is Anaya Ivory, and she can't hit the bucket. All that work for nothing. Peyton Johnson, though, comes up with the possession. Burns around 3, Tigers. Working the ball back and forth. It'll be Johnson, and it's another 3 for her. Well, how about Peyton Johnson, 4 3-pointers. Addie Hankey, another freshman, 4 3-pointers. And the Pirates are ripping the three-point line this afternoon. 12 of 30 now. A steal. Hankey, nice bounce pass for Lexi Burns. First field goal for Lexi and 4 total points. And the Pirates, now a 30-point lead, are pulling away on Marshalltown with 35 seconds left in the quarter, and a foul as Turner goes hard to her right. Foul's going to be on Delaney Richards, and that's 3 on her.
NCMC foul number 22, Delaney Richards, her third.
And Turner to the line. Look at those bright orange shoes, man. I keep thinking that there's a caution zone or something. Those are some bright shoes. 2 for 2. Turner, 16 points unofficially. Hankey, no. Underneath. Richards got the rebound, and Hankey again. Might have been blocked. Richards again. Shot clock at 11. Short. That time by Johnson, and the ball out of bounds. Let's see who was touching it last. Apparently it was North Central. Oh, we're going to push, it looks like.
NCMC foul number 5.
So we'll go to the other end, and with reaching the bonus here in the third quarter, the Tigers will shoot.
Checking in for Marshalltown, number 30, Olivia Harper.
You take a look at their stats, and I know what you're thinking. It's really early in the year. However, 37% from the field for Marshalltown this season, and 54% from the free throw line. Those are 2 areas that I'm sure Dylan is addressing. There's a good shot. Zariah Snell's first point of the night. And hits 2. So Snell 2 for 2. They are 10 of 21 now at the line and shooting 28% from the floor. And an offside rebound, but even though she beat the buzzer, Addie Hankey couldn't get it up and in, and the Pirates lead it big here after 3 quarters by a 60-34 score. And we're back with the fourth after this. Marshalltown Tigers 3-0, and on the precipice of perhaps losing their first game of the year as they trail the Pirates 60-34, as we just mentioned. Pirates are 2-1. Last year, the Pirates won at Marshalltown, shooting just 35%. And this game, so far, they're shooting 33%, while Marshalltown shoots 28%. 0 of 8 from the three-point line for Marshalltown. The Pirates are 12 of 33. That's 36%, which is, about where you need to be. 33%, they say, makes the three-point shot more valuable than shooting 50% from the floor inside the three-point line. That's what they say. Turner still has a lot of energy left. Look at her trying to find some kind of crack in the defense, and to an extent she did. She was fouled by Richards.
NCMC foul number 22, Delaney Richards, her fourth.
So in the fourth quarter, that's just the first foul. And Marshalltown goes to work. I guess I should point out that they have just 8 suited up in this game. Traps. Nelson eventually travels with Manning right there next to her, giving her fits. 9:31 to play. Pirates beating the pressure a little bit. Last night, some pressure by John Wood gave them some trouble. A 15-footer good for Delaney Richards, her first field goal, 4 points. And we see Marshalltown trying to stretch that zone out a little bit. McQueen able to keep control, giving it off to Hartwell, and Hartwell hits the bucket and will have one free throw coming up at the 9-minute mark.
Number 5, Lexi Burns, her third.
Lexi Burns has 3 now, and you see the replay leading to Olivia Hartwell waiting for the free throw. She had 10 points against Milwaukee area in the opening of the season. That was on Halloween night. How about that? Wouldn't that be a blast? I bet there were some folks there that were, well, I'll leave it up to your imagination. You know what I'm saying, though. We're probably very excited about the opening of basketball season and couldn't wait to show it. Bean to Oliver, got free on the good pass from Bean. There's Morrison trying to rip it away and does so. And Ashelman can't get that one to go. On the run, Turner, 2 Pirates trying to stop her, and the ball stays in bounds, and Ashelman comes ahead for North Central. Bean's going to take a rare shot. And it's off. Oliver gives the ball back to the Tigers.
Checking out for Marshalltown, number 22, Kenna J. Cherry.
Cherry is back into the game. I think the Pirates have done a great job against Jada Turner, although Turner has 17 points. She was averaging 23 and had a 33-point game, so they were well aware of her. Turnover. And although she has 17 points, they have not been easy. The Pirates have dogged her defensively. Primarily it's been Bean that has had the responsibility in the man-to-man. Liz Oliver. Ashelman setting those feet. And that again is above the backboard, out of bounds with 8 minutes to play. After the game, we'll talk to head coach Joe McKinstry. We'll do some quick stats for you, and then we'll wrap up our coverage of this Classic tournament. The Pirate men have a Classic tournament coming up. I think it's right after the Thanksgiving break, not that weekend, but the next weekend, I believe. That one hits above the backboard as well, even though it goes in. Pirate men have scheduled, and it's on the schedule now, but a Thanksgiving weekend Sunday they'll be playing here at home against Quincy's JV. Mannings. Ashelman picks off the loose ball, and the Pirates have 17 to shoot. Bean. Talk about Energizer bunnies. How about Keely Bean? Everything but in. Bean is there for the offensive board.
Number 21 is Oliver.
tough times continue for Marshalltown in this game, and Oliver has 12 points. Pirate Man will be at home next on November 25th, and then on the 30th they play Quincy's JV. And the whistle is drawing this game out a little longer. They're going to call the foul on Taylor Morrison, whose parents are here this weekend. Told the story yesterday about mistaking her younger sister as a recruit. Was on campus. They were walking through the Ketchum Center, and like I tend to do, just visiting with people. And oh, welcome to North Central. I hope you enjoy your visit. No, sorry. We're Taylor Morrison's family. Oliver, good position, and is there going to be a foul on Marshalltown here? I think so. And it looks like it'll be against McQueen.
14.
Miyamori McQueen is from Louisiana. And because the lead is stretched out here, I decided they wouldn't do this unless we got into a situation where there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. But Miyamori McQueen from Louisiana, the name of her town is, I believe, Opelousas. Or it could be something completely different. It's spelled Opelousas. If it was Arkansas, it would be Opelousas. So again, I'll apologize after the fact here and say I just gave it a shot without any really knowledge at all. And one player we haven't seen today is Lainey Ushtman, who played a lot last night. I'm looking down the bench and don't see her. I wonder if she is ill. We've had a lot of illnesses go through the campus and the dormitories in particular. Long one by Turner. Look how she continues to hustle. She's a little demonstrative at times, I'll give you that, but boy, you cannot fault her for the hustle that she shows. I mean, shoot, we're down here by nearly 30 points, 28 points, and she's still hustling. Mannings of the Pirates. Oliver looking inside, but instead it's Ashelman off the mark, and the Pirates, suddenly their three-point shooting isn't so good. 12 of 40 now, down below 30%. Ashelman, Bean, and there's Turner taking it away. And that wasn't something that Oliver just dropped in her lap. She had to work for that steal, and she did. 5:22 to play. Pirates 64, Marshall 36. Mannings can't hit the mid-range. Got it back. Can't hit the drive. That way you go. And Honor Mannings, her first two-pointer to go along with 3 three-pointers and 2 free throws. And I'll do the adding real quick. That's 13 points unofficially for Honor Mannings. This is a 30-second timeout, it appears. And nope, they're going to go to a media timeout here. And after the replay, we will leave you as well for just a moment. Our replay operator is Aiden Snyder. And we go to this media timeout with 5:11 left in the fourth. Quick look at the unofficial leading scorers in this game for the Tigers. As you would imagine, 17 for Jada Turner leads the scoring, and in fact leads all scorers. On the Pirate side, 13 for Mannings, a dozen each for Hankey and Oliver, and 14 points for Peyton Johnson, leading the way for North Central Missouri College, Trenton, Missouri. Again, thanks to the fans of Marshalltown that have joined us, as well as the Pirate fans that couldn't be here today. And And looks like we got another timeout. Yep, 30-second timeout going to be taken by Dylan Longley. So quickly, a look at the stats here. 27% shooting by Marshalltown through the course of this basketball game. 31% for the Pirates. So it hasn't been a thing of beauty offensively. 12 of 40 three-pointers for the Pirates. I wonder how many three-pointers would be the record, three-point attempts would be the record for North Central. We have taken a boatload today. And Marshalltown still looking for their first made a three-pointer. They are 0 for 10. A couple of other quick relevant facts. Marshalltown is 10 of 22 from the free throw line. The Pirates 8 of 12. Olivia Hartwell. Did she carry it? I think she did, and that'll give the ball back to the Pirates. 4:54 left in the game. So the Pirates are safely in control of their third win of the year. They'll take on the JV team from Grandview College here Monday night. Pirates have yet to play a road game, an official road game at least. Olivia Hartwell. And the Pirates traditionally have played very well here at the Ketchum Community Center, where last year they were 12-1. Highland of Kansas beat them last year, and Highland of Kansas beat them here again this year. Foul was on Anaya Ivory, the freshman from Fort Worth, Texas. Good pass and a little contact as Jasmine Williams was going to the rim. It's a small crowd and it's a quiet crowd here today, but the drama of this game has been taken out after the Pirates led at 35-23 at half. Still a ball game at that point, but then 60-34 the lead at the end of the third quarter. Jazz Williams has 5. Averaging just 2 a game through the early part of this season. Henke sweeps in for the rebound. And the bounce pass from Ivory a little low. And here comes Marshalltown after the turnover by North Central. That's 15 turnovers for North Central and 18 on the board for Marshalltown. So again, it hasn't been the prettiest of games. Boy, good hands underneath. Cherry is able to get it in, and she'll go to the line. So Kenajay Cherry, her 5th point. She had 6 points against North Central last year. Quite a stat line last night. 8 points, 19 rebounds, and 3 blocks against St. Louis. She had 6 blocks in the Halloween night game against Milwaukee Area Tech. How about Peyton Johnson emerging as a long-distance threat here early in her career for the Pirates? 5 made three-pointers. Henke has hit 4 threes in the game, and the Pirates again continue to fire from long range. That'll be a good question for head coach Joe McKinstry in our post-game. And look at that, covering the ball, stepping through, and then Hartwell hitting it for her 6th point. So we will have a post-game interview with Joe McKinstry. Pirates will get all of about 36 hours off before they'll play again. Cherry with Ivory just letting her go and not risking a foul, and it turns out well for the Pirates with 2:57 left in this game. Again, our thanks to our all-student crew here today: Riley Everett, Aiden Snyder, Jorge Gomez, Courtney Fauslin, Guillermo Gomez, and Alvaro Alegria. Cherry gave a little souvenir almost to that young lady in the red shirt.
Checking for Marshalltown number 4.
Yeah, I love baseball because go to a major league game, you get to keep the baseball if it's fouled off. Sometimes in the NFL, the players will throw the ball up in the stands after a big play or give gloves or something like that. And that's one reason I'm not a big fan of bowling, because you never see a guy throw a bowling ball into the crowd after a big play. I think they would have a little bit better recognition for their fan base. Give away a loose bowling ball by tossing it up into the crowd. And that's probably why the sport has declined so much on TV, too.
We got corner. Watch this, come in,
Working it inside, Delaney Richards, and knocked away. Another turnover on the Pirates, and that'll be their 16th. So 2 minutes left to play in a game that was decided quite some time ago as far as the winner and the loser. Won't go for Marshalltown's Jasmine Williams, and dropped out of bounds by Burns. Sherry can't get that one to go. And here comes Hankey. Hankey with a nice lefty layup. 14 for her. She kind of is a different version, but very similar to Jada Turner as far as her energy and her skill set, in my opinion, from what we've seen today. Williams along the outside. Pirates are still working hard on that defense, and Williams was fouled turning the corner near the baseline. The referees again today, Jim Cox, Mark Neer, and Marion Petty III. And they will send Jasmine Williams to the line with 5 points already in this game. 5'5" freshman, Jazzy Williams.
At the line shooting for Marshalltown, number 10, Jasmine Williams.
6 now for Jasmine. 17 leads the way. That's Turner, who's no longer in the game. And the Pirates, let's see, Peyton Johnson, I believe, with 17 leads the Pirates and is tied with Jada Turner for the game lead. Peyton Johnson can't get it to go. Wait, look at, again, the hustle by Eddie Hankey, this time with the Pirates. She just seems to get a lot of joy out of playing, too. She comes down to the other end. I don't know if you could see it or not, with that big smile on her face. And we're under a minute to play. It's going to make Joe McKinstry smile a little bit to get his third win of his Pirates career. Joe, of course, has 2 national championships of the junior college level when he was with Kansas City, Kansas. Snell hits that one and has 4 points. She had 7 points, 5 rebounds last night against the Archers of St. Louis. 3 seconds the difference on the shot clock, play clock, or game clock rather, situation. That will not reset anything, so the Pirates still have to get a shot up. And they get one in. Delaney Richards, a 3, and the threes keep raining in. That is the 14th made three-pointer in now 47 attempts. And this one is going to belong to the Pirates, as in the second half they pull away, and they come up with a 74-46 victory over the Marshalltown Tigers, handing Marshalltown their first loss of the year. We will take a break, and then it's Joe McKinstry joining us when we come back on Pirates Digital Media. Pirates have a convincing weekend at home with a win over John Wood 83-39 and the win over Marshalltown 74-46. And joining us here is the head coach Joe McKinstry of the Pirates. Coach, I said earlier, I know you don't smile a lot, but are you a little happy after this weekend?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, 2 games in about a 20-hour span. To get 2 wins and obviously, handily on the scoreboard certainly feels good. So, really proud. I think the best part about it is, I felt like we've kind of turned into, with a couple injuries, and we've kind of turned into a first group and a second group. But the good thing is I'm not real sure which one of those might be stronger at any given point in the game. And so, I think there was great effort both nights, just last night and today, where we had our first group kind of leading us and doing things really, really well. And then today, I felt like both actually last night and then today our second group really gave us a lot as well. And so, it's a great problem to have as a coach is the depth and people that we can make substitutions and be able to count on those people to help us.
Yeah, it seemed like everybody kind of got in the act one way or another. But I got to ask you about this. 47 3-point attempts. Was that in the game plan?
I mean, yes, to an extent. I'm just big on I don't want our girls second guessing if it's a good shot. If it's too early in the shot clock or it's whatever the case. The bottom line is if we have a couple games, like I'm gonna take, I don't know the numbers. Sydney's struggled the last couple of nights. She struggled today and struggled last night. But here's what I know is I've done this long enough that I know that Sid can really shoot the ball. And I don't want her second guessing things. If the ball's not falling, then we're going to get in the gym and work on it to where we shoot with confidence every time. But I'm a big believer in we're not going to pass up open shots because we're not guaranteed another open shot. And so, we want our girls ready, and we want them to be ready to make shots. And obviously, we want the opportunity to be able to rebound if it isn't falling. And I felt like, tonight we did a great job. I haven't seen the numbers, but I know at half we had a really good offensive rebound number. So, I'm just proud of our effort all the way around. And if teams are going to sit in zone, then we got to be ready to step up and make shots. What I did like is if we're getting that many shot opportunities from 3, then that means the ball is moving. That means people are sharing it. People are getting the ball out of their hands quickly. So there's, whether or not the percentage is great, there's a lot of really good things to take from it.
Then give us a little perspective on how you defended Jada Turner. You held her to 15 points.
I mean, honestly, Keely Bean worked her tail off. She did a great job. And then, I think we kind of threw Addie in there late in the second quarter to come in and kind of spare Keely and give her a break with Anaya Ivory and some foul trouble. And, I think Addie really kind of had to feel her out and kind of figure out and had to realize that when she gets rid of the ball, we can't relax because she's turning around and she's sprinting to be able to come back and get it again. And I think Addie did a great job in the second half there of really understanding what they were trying to do and just did a great job of taking things away. I think our biggest thing was just to try and make things difficult on her. And I feel like we did that today. She's a heck of a player. She's super, super quick and really shoot it. So proud of our effort on her for sure.
Hey, and you've got a change in the opponent for Monday night, right? Grandview's coming in?
Correct. We had a cancellation, and, honestly, they are my college rival. I cannot stand them. But that being said,
how do you really feel about it, Joe?
That being said, shout out to their head coach for taking my short notice call and being willing to come down here on Monday evening. So we've got Grandview University JV, really solid, honestly, really solid program. They play a really tough schedule. They've got Kirkwood later on next week, and so they're coming here to play us, and they're going to Kirkwood. I can appreciate that, but they're going to be solid. They're going to know how to play, and they're going to give us a lot. So it'll be a good test for us on another short turnaround. We'll take tomorrow off to kind of rest our bodies and whatnot, and hopefully Monday night we're ready to go again.
All right, Joe, thanks. We'll see you on Monday night.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Joe McKinstry with us here in the postgame as the Pirates win it 74-46. The leading scorer in the game was North Central's Peyton Johnston, who came up with 17 points in the game, and the Pirates are now 3-1 on the year. The Marshalltown Community College Tigers also 3-1 with their loss here at North Central today. Well, thanks again to our student team here at North Central Missouri College's Pirates Digital Media. I'm Rick Cole. Thanks for joining us, whether you're a Tigers fan or a Pirates fan, and for now we say goodbye and go Pirates.
Jolly Roger. Make sail, laddie.